The quality of seed is, at the moment, it's very bad. Okay. You go to a seed supplier, you buy a bag of seed, you go and plant it, you get 20% germination.
And yet they say it's 80%.
And when they write on the bag, it's written 80% or 90%. I encountered a scenario whereby we bought groundnut seed. I went and I was, installing trials in the communal areas. The germination was very poor. And there is a farmer who's retained seed from last season. They take their seeds, they plant, they get 100% germination. So, okay, in the end, you're trying to tell farmers it is good to buy seed from time to time, not to retain every year. Because when you buy from agro dealers, you're trying to tell them you get better yield. But now you can't demonstrate it when you have such low germination rate. In the end, I ended up asking their seed, can I use your seed? And because it was 100% germination, if we were to go and buy a bag of cowpea and plant it, you'd get at least 2 or even 3 varieties that germinate. So the quality is not good. They write IT18, but you can find CBC1 or even CBC2. They are not true to type. So I think in terms of the quality, whilst some seed can germinate, but the quality also, they have not selected. I think they subcontract farmers as seed producers, but then they mix with some other local varieties. And then in the end, they're not getting one variety in one bag. They may mix them into 2 varieties, 3, yeah. So it's possible to form community-based seed systems where farmers can grow their own seed that they can then use. What we did the first season in the N2AFRICA project, we went and bought seed from seed companies, and we distributed to farmers, and we got many complaints. Some varieties did not germinate, some varieties were mixed. And then that seed that we gave them, we bought from them as seed the next season, the following season. And I think almost every farmer who received that seed was happy because germination was good. So I think maybe it's an eye-opener. We could probably do something about with farmers to produce our own seed.
Seed producers need to have confidence that farmers are going to buy the seed. Then I think the next thing is the link between farmers and seed producers, which are agro dealers. There's no that kind of link where agro dealers can be certain that if they order fertilizers that are required by the farmers can buy. So I think the issue is they still need to build confidence amongst agro dealers, and then maybe the interaction between agro dealers and farmers, so that there's smooth flow of inputs from the seed houses and fertilizer companies to the farmers, and then the purchase of outputs which has proven to be working. I think in other fields in agriculture, like tobacco, they are doing so well. Agro dealers are bringing in chemicals, they are bringing in seed, and farmers are doing well. So if that avenue also is also explored in Zimbabwe, where fertilizers, the pea-based fertilizers, gypsum, even the inoculants, like I said before, would be channeled through agro dealers, they would be accessible to farmers.
In terms of inoculants, maybe the quality of the inoculants can be slightly improved, so that when they inoculate, they can get maximum benefits.
There's scanty knowledge concerning legume cultivation among agro dealers. They have no knowledge specifically for inoculants. We went to some district where we trained the agro dealers, and the agro dealer saw us having the inoculant. And the agro dealer said, this inoculant, this rhizobium. And we said, yes. And out of interest, I asked because I had not yet trained them, what's the use of this sachet? He said, it's used to protect soybean crops from pests and diseases. And then he said, if you don't have inoculant, you can use sugar, because sugar can also be used on soybean to protect the disease. So I think it's an issue of capacity building amongst agro dealers. They need to know the use, the importance, how to store them. And I think the best would be, if possible, to cultivate with amongst the agro dealers, that they can also maybe have some knowledge even on the production of the crops, so that if farmers come to buy, they can explain to farmers with full knowledge on how to grow the crops. From our own observation that we've seen during in the 2 seasons that we've worked with, you would see that even a district which has inoculants in their own district, the farmers do not even know that the district will have the inoculants. So I think it would be better if inoculants are channeled through maybe ways where it's kind of more commercial than where the government structures do distribute them. So if possible, the agro dealers could be engaged in the sale of inoculants, and they would be found almost in every agro dealer shop. I think farmers would access the inoculants, because the main issue that we had with farmers is they've known how effective the inoculants work, but they don't know where to get them from. And amongst those people who supply the inoculants, there are unscrupulous people who come and then they raise the charges of the inoculants. The one more thing that we thought would be very important would be to capacitate the agro dealers themselves, so that they know the use of inoculants, how to store the inoculants correctly, how to package them, so that they can be viable even if they sell the package to the farmers.
It has repercussions on the inoculant producer if inoculant is distributed to farmers and when it gets there, it doesn't work. So it's more of quality issues other than just distribution issues, because we might have agro dealers getting the inoculant sachets, but is the inoculant quality going to be the required when it gets to the farmer? We have issues with the carrier material for inoculant, so even the number of viable cells that get to a seed are reduced because of quality issues. The inoculant carrier is the good inoculant carriers are very difficult to find in our country. It'd be very expensive, which would make the product very expensive. So those are some of the challenges that we have in inoculant production.